absolutely no problems in the streets at all. Very high-spirited young crowd here watching. Rasta Rasafengi will be the referee once again. He's in control of this one.
Make sure they behind, yep.
The Argentina
Make sure
team
they behind you.
and Russia set to go here. This is a bowl quarter-final, and there is Gaston Revol, the captain of the Argentina team, been around a bit of a long time. He made his debut way back in 2008, which is a pretty long time in terms of IRB World Rugby Sevens tours.
Yeah, obviously the Argentinians more experienced here. We're in the top 8 in the cup round last week in Vegas, and some serious players. But the Russians have come on. They've had some big results and qualified as a core team status with a famous win last year in Hong Kong over the Zimbabweans. So they've got a little bit to learn, but they're fighting hard.
And they had their moment last night under the roof here at BC Place when they took on Canada, and they had chances to win that one.
They did, and they actually, through points difference in the end, prevented Canada from going through. So they were a stiff resistance and
stumbling block.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, the Russians had a tough day yesterday. They came up in a tough pool against Australia and lost that one 43-5.
Sweet and steady, yep.
They lost to Wales 52-0. And
okay, crouch.
Canada 29-12. But stop
Bind.
Canada going through
the
cup round.
Not very nicely.
Nicholas Brazzoni, number 7. He's another veteran in the blue and whites. Romero Funko. There is Muller.
Really impressed Muller there. He's a big man, very creative. I think he's one for the future.
Brazzoni. Talk about guys being around for a while. There is Revol, one of the veterans. 2008 he began. Brazzoni began in 2005. So for a decade he's been wandering the world following sevens rugby.
Well, in a defensive structure like this is just a huge invitation. Watch how the red jerseys don't get lined up, and that stagger in the defense represents a hole for Revol to run into it. He takes it clinically.
So he's getting close to a significant mark as Gaston Revol. Won't get to that 500 with this shot. If you follow your rugby, you know that it's 2 points only, and that one's hit the woodwork, hit the big H, and bounces away.
One of the other nice things for the fans in this stadium is a large surface, so the teams actually warm up in the stadium, not always the case on the circuit. So fans see who's coming up next and have a little look at their teams.
There's Brazzoni. He's from the university at Santa Fe.
It's not my problem. I spoke to you dropping it over the line. I'm going free kick.
Well, there's a...
I spoke to you before that.
Yeah, well, he's a tough customer, Rasta. He dropped to kick the ball over the line.
I think that's ridiculously picky and not really relevant.
Yes, it's not relevant to the game, but he said he did speak to him beforehand to make sure.
And he did it correctly on his first one.
Yeah,
he spoke to him. So tough one there for the Argentinians.
So Brazzoni.
That's a bit of the inexperience we talked about. German Davidov just being bundled into touch. Effectively a turnover for the Russians. They need to stay on the park to build some pressure.
Open, red, open.
Nice move at the front of the line out for Argentina. And they get it wide now to Del Gui. Halfway line.
That's good.
Half off the floor. Revol to
sorry.
Muller's number 5. Nice work again by Moyana. That's the 22.
Protan.
I think he's been penalized for rolling, an extra roll, and he hit the ground and then took another roll to protect the ball.
one very good man in the Russian team we have to look for.
Rack!
That's number 1, Vladimir Ostrushko. We keep singing his praises as the tour, as the circus rolls around the world. So look for number 1. He's a big try scorer, sturdy runner. Halfway line, this is cleared by Filatov, number 7. And they're trying to get it wide towards Ostrushko. And there he is there. Vladimir Ostrushko. In that game you were talking about, the qualifying in Hong Kong, Gareth, he was the guy that scored the winning try. It was a tremendous, exciting moment for Russian rugby.
Just to explain, that made them one of the core teams. There's 16 teams
Okay.
that are core on the circuit.
Time off, please.
Go to every tournament.
Yep.
Occasionally we'll bring in a team. For this event, it's
4,
Brazil who
number
come
4.
in. And last week we saw the Japanese come in and do very well. So it's a huge advantage to be playing regularly and
Kick
seeing
off.
the improvement in the
It's got to
Russian
be
side.
behind the line.
Fernando Lunes,
Yep.
there he is, has
Have a
come
word
on
with him.
as a sub before half-time.
Okay.
So that
Time
might
back
be an
on.
injury
Crouch.
for Argentina. It's not
Bind.
often we see a substitution
Set.
before the half-time break. Buzone. Bullied by Perov, the captain of Russia, number 5. Narrow, down the narrow side
Advantage.
for Argentina,
Advantage.
but they've cleared it now. A lot of
And
space
advantage
this
is
time
over.
to open country they come into the Pampas. Buzone. Moyano.
No tackle. Rack now.
Here's Axel Muller. Revolve. Big collision there.
They're both committed to the same line.
Kind of like an intersection, wasn't it?
First
With
arriving player.
everything going into the intersection at the same time.
Argentina guilty. Watch as they both see the same bit of space and try to take it. And in the end, Argentinian Revolve guilty of not releasing the ball.
Here's another look at that. It's those two very experienced players. Here's one of them, Gaston Revolve and Nicolas Bruzone. Just before halftime here, Argentina yesterday, they beat Brazil 35-5, but they lost to Scotland 17-9, which is a little bit of a surprise for us on recent form. Lost to South Africa 27-0. Well, good run coming in here by Sozanov. He's got Ostrushko with him.
Tackle only.
Sozanov again. Where is the defense? It's holding. Gostjuzev.
Rack.
Ostrushko. Wave after wave of attack by
tackle
the
on
Russians. This is in halftime. The halftime area now.
Oh, he pulled away.
Advantage.
Plucked out of the sky, and now perhaps a counter-attack
Over.
by the Pumas. And it will be a try, will it? No, it's a good chase coming in by Lazarenko. Revolve now with the ball.
New advantage.
Moyano.
Great scrambling defense from the Russians to get back there.
Muller. He's hard to stop in a running position like that, and then throws it American
Back.
gridiron style, North American, well, Canadian football style, to the midfield. He used to play the
That
game
is
when he
over.
studied up here a few years ago. Bruzone, this is amazing defense from the Russians. They're hanging
Too many.
on.
We've had 3. Wait,
There'll
time
be
off,
a
please.
yellow.
We've had too
Where does
many
this
high
come
shots. Wait. Too many high shots. Dangerous tackles.
Oh, man.
First we've
Sin
heard-
bin.
Yeah, he said we've had too many dangerous tackles. The first we've seen of it, or heard from the referee, but he's obviously not happy. All this, Keith, happening after the hooter sounded. Looked like Russia might get back and even things up.
So the man in the bin is Vladislav Lazarenko. And this will be hard to stop. Muller, incredibly powerful.
Rack now.
You can see they're right by the goal.
New advantage.
Oh,
You can't score the entry here on the 5. Side entry.
so this time It's a comfortable try for Ramiro Moyano. In the end, it was an unstoppable force for Argentina.
Well, penalty 5 meters out, always going to be difficult to stop. The referee, Rasim Venge, saying it was a side entry. So, some 3 or 4 minutes after the hooter had sounded, several penalties kept play going. And Argentina benefited.
So, Revolt goes closer to that milestone mark, and half-time is reached.
Send the
here
message. We've
with
got too many
Argentina
of these.
leading
Send the
Russia
message.
by 12-0.
Thanks. Harry, anything else, side? Yeah, we played 2 advantages. The next one had to go. 2 minutes. Happy with it? You all happy with it? See the same pictures, yeah? So Q now, keep your eyes on that now, yeah? Leave everything else, just keep your eyes on it. Sweet, enjoy second half, let's go.
И по линии нормально освещать. Мяч уходит в край, и там агрессивно. Не выбежите, не вылетайте.
Did you sort it out? Because we've had too many of these. Yeah, thanks. Just make sure it's behind the line as well, yeah? You know what the consequence. Yeah, just not around the neck, yeah.
Crowd building up here. Across the far side, a little slow to come into the, well, the rich people.
Yeah, interesting for Sevens Rugby. It's better to be in the corner, as you can see on the right of your screen, than at the halfway line. More tries being scored.
I'm sorry, I was just being light with the seats near the halfway line, just slower to fill up in the corners. We've got the real fans down in the corners too. Okay, here's our first look at Ostrushko in the second half. The Russians haven't bothered the scorers yet in this game, 12-0, but they're boldly playing here. Dmitry Perov is their captain.
Rack now!
Ball nicely stopped
ball.
and kicked through by Gostutsev.
That's good.
It's kicked by Revol. Flat passing.
Oh,
Comes from Ezkura, who looks like he's coming to the game. Number 10, I think, is in the game now.
the headshot there, a little high tackle, and obviously that yellow top of your screen indicates that Russia
Can't hear
still
you.
only have
It's
6
not
men on the
working.
field. Watch this one.
Time off, please.
Don't think there's any
Harry,
malice
can you
there,
hear
but the
me?
arm just gets up too high
Harry, can you hear me?
around the neck. That'll be a penalty.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, we'll just play on. Penalty.
Here is Bautista Ezkura. You see the logo there on the jersey of Ezkura and the other Argentina players. They're called the Pumas, which is interesting because there are no Pumas in South America. It was nicknamed them by mistake. But the latest Argentina team to make it in the World Rugby scene in the super competition, the 15-a-side down in the southern hemisphere, are the Jaguares. And that's a reference to the Jaguar,
Advantage.
who are in
You had an extra roll there, hands past the
South
ball.
America.
Leave it, leave it.
But these are the
Leave
Pumas
it.
and the 15-a-side national
Just
team.
relax,
are the
relax.
Pumas,
Just relax, you've got the
and,
penalty.
long may it be so.
Yeah, they've done great things down there. Obviously, the
Yeah.
Rugby Championship
Okay, time off,
is
please.
a huge help, and now being in Super Rugby,
Oh,
and there
yeah,
is
can we get
time off for the players. It's Bruzone.
That's for hands past the ball.
See if we can see what happened. Obviously, he's got a shot in the face. He's trying to roll on the ball here. I wonder if maybe he gets a knee as he's doing. Oh, maybe his own player actually coming in to try and clean out. Yeah, I think it was indeed the substitute, Fernando Luna. Watch the supporting player here, see if his leg gets him right there, maybe.
So Rosone will go up. They're very strict on blood. There is just a little sorry from his cover. His mate. Yeah. His amigo. And Bruzone goes off. He's actually the rugby development officer in Santa Fe, so rugby is his employment. With the ball now is Rodrigo Etchart, 12-0. The Russians had their moments late in the first half, but they haven't really made a mark here. And they're back with their heels against their goal posts at the moment. Muller. That's Finko. Oh, gee. He's a very good player. Got lovely footwork. He's come off the bench in this game, Bautista Escura. And that's a try for him.
Well, uncharacteristic. The Russians have been very, very stingy in defense, really committed. But this was very soft. As Davidov just puts his hands out, doesn't get the shoulder in. Before this, they've gone almost 10 phases with the Russians doing great work on defense. Just a show and go, but that's unacceptable for him and Davidov.
So here is Skura. He's 21 years of age. He's out of the Hindu club in Buenos Aires, one of the number of very big sporting clubs. They don't just cater for rugby, they cater for many different sports, social activities.
That ball was played before it went 10 meters in the air, so it'll come back. Free kick for Russia.
19-0 here to Argentina over Russia.
Play on, I'm happy with that.
Well, Sazonov, this lad here, is really impressed.
There's the star of the show, Vladimir Ostrushko. Nothing really for him in this game.
Tackle assist, you've got to release, tackle assist.
So they said tackle assist is the second man in, and he has to allow him to place that ball once he's been tackled.
Perov. Good, strong defense coming
first,
in.
Number 2, you've got to give him an opportunity.
Yeah, same call there, you hear it.
Rack!
That's 3 penalties.
No, leave him! Leave the half, leave him!
Davidov is number 12. Cleared away. Here's Ostrushko into the tackler. That's Finko doing the defensive work. And now
he's through.
Very good work. And German Davidov.
Lost forward, scrum.
And Skura there as well.
Nah, it's lost forward, scrum.
Davidov lost it forward.
Well, he was trying to get it closer to the post for the kick, and watch, the hand comes in right on the ball.
Okay, time off. My mics are not working, Eric.
And Skura did that even though his bootlaces were undone.
Just send the message to him.
He stopped to do them up straight after. Davidov, bad luck for him.
A couple of minutes there he won't enjoy watching as they review this game. Boys will give him some stick.
Okay, time back on. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Helgi is number 11. It's a wide ball, and that's a kick for an opportunity for a quick throw in by Zaporzin.
Of course, many of these Russian players will be back on Canadian soil in June. They're at a tour with their 15 side. They play Canada in Calgary, and then they go down to the U.S. So the growth of the game all over the world.
So coming into the game for Argentina is German Schultz.
Okay, go 10. Time back on. Option, scrum or line out. Scrum or
The
line out.
referee's call is not straight there.
What do you want? Scrum.
Actually, there are very few calls for not straight, and often I think that there's more crooked than the referees see. They kind of allow, if the other team's not jumping,
Okay,
allow the game to
wait,
get on.
time off,
I
please.
agree, Gil. I think there's very
Number
much
4,
we
red.
want to see possession
4
at
red.
scrum time and line-out time. We're not particularly picky. I'm wondering why a referee here has decided in the bowl quarterfinal on Sunday morning to call that one. We'll see worse than that today that doesn't get called.
Okay,
so
time back
maybe
on.
frustration for the Russian players there. That is one of the stories. They're just not holding
Fine.
on to the ball precisely
Sit.
enough.
Okay, there's Delphi. There's Iskura. Scored the try and saved the try. And there's the high trampoline bounce for Ostrushko. Now it's with Zaporzin. Number 9
Tackle
for
that, release.
Argentina is Echat. And his opposite number is there, Zivitov. They come to the halfway line. Back we go to look
Release
at
the
referee.
ball.
Again, the player rolling with the ball. Didn't look like he was held, but
so there it is. This is the siren for the end of the game, and they're quite happy. The Pumas, Bautista Ezcura, quite happy to kick it away to the sideline and take the victory over Russia. 3 tries, 2 conversions, and 19 points to 0.
Well done, mate.
Argentina
Well done, mate.
progress
Well done, mate.
in the